Hello, everybody. Thank you for watching. This is something to talk about on the American Doofus channel, and we do have some things to talk about. We begin with a pair of magnitude 7 plus earthquakes over the past 72 hours in the Pacific Ocean, a mega 7.6 and a 7.0 earthquake earlier today. And look for that activity to possibly spread if theories are correct. And earthquakes tend to move around the plate boundaries. So if you live on the West Coast, if you live West Coast of America, if you happen to be in Asia, if you're in uh, Australia, New Zealand, I know we've got some listeners around those areas. You're probably well aware that the possibilities of events slightly smaller in your areas, and if not, you need to be. Um, we also need to be aware of the fact that the world's a little bit crazy. And here's what happened at the Detroit Lions football game this past Sunday. Outside of the stadium after the game, not exactly sure what triggered this. This seems to be Detroit people fighting amongst themselves. Seems to be Detroit fans. And then you got the one guy in the middle that it's time to dance. So, again, the world is a little bit crazy. So, no matter where you're at, no matter what you're doing, you know, keep your head on a swivel. Um, Make sure you are aware of your surroundings and make sure you know the ways to get out if you're in a building. I mentioned in last night's episode that there was a mass shooter in Phoenix, and I got a lot of emails on, hey, what are you talking about? It did not get a lot of national coverage. Here's some of that footage. Um, Once outside, he almost immediately began walking around, firing his rifle at buildings and vehicles. Luckily, there weren't a lot of people around. See him right down here in the corner. Less than 30 seconds later, as the suspect is walking through the parking lot, a white car pulls in. The suspect keys in on the car and opens fire on it, striking and killing an adult male and an adult female. Three other people inside the car take off running. The suspect continued to wander the parking lot, firing off dozens of rounds at random unoccupied cars. He made his way closer to a restaurant with people inside and threw a Molotov cocktail at the window. The window did not break and the device did not ignite. The suspect came in contact with several community members that he pointed a gun at but did not shoot. And one final story from uh, yesterday. Here we go.
Yellowstone police say this all started as a 911 call for an erratic driver along State Route 66. Police say the caller reported seeing a man wearing a safety vest and rainbow clown wig get out of his vehicle with a gun in his hand before walking into this Dairy Queen. Delmont police say an officer was nearby, responded immediately, and met the man as he was coming out of the store, taking him into custody without incident. Police say the man had a loaded .40 caliber handgun in his pocket. A search also found 2 more loaded handguns in his vehicle. When police asked him about the weapons, police tell us the man said he was, quote, undercover and working to restore Trump as President King of the United States. Police say he also said he was armed to kill Democrats and liberals and protect himself from drug traffickers. The owner of the Dairy Queen declined to comment on the incident. Delmont police chief tells us he believes his officer prevented a possible mass casualty type situation. Police did file charges, but they have not identified the suspect. Reporting in Delmont, gmailcom, Pittsburgh Action.
Again, that happened in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area. And then this final story: Michigan man fatally shot by police after he killed his wife and shot his daughter. His daughter blames the incident on the QAnon conspiracies. Woman called 911, stated her dad had shot her and her mother, Detroit suburb of Walled Lake. The more talk like this goes on, the more talk like kill all Democrats, kill all liberals, the more we're going to see things like this. We are in a dangerous time. And if you are a right-leaning person in the middle, you might consider yourself to have some responsibility to talk to the more far right-leaning people in your spheres of influence, because this is just going to get worse. And we, the people, are the only way to make it better. And we're not doing that, in my opinion. And that is something to think about. We'll be live tomorrow night at midnight, late night America, Thursday, midnight, daylight savings time, Eastern time zone. That'll be 11 o'clock Central, 10 p.m. in the mountains, and 9 p.m. Pacific here in the United States. Please adjust accordingly wherever you may be watching from around the world. We appreciate all of you watching. We'll be on tomorrow night at midnight. This has been Some Things to Think About on the American Doofus channel.